As we continue to follow more of the impacts from the war happening now in the Middle East, a lot of those impacts being far and wide here, affecting several Americans in the U.S. as well, as they are continuing to track the price of oil. Taking a look here at a social media post courtesy of Fox Business, it says crude oil prices exceed $100 a barrel as war in Iran disrupts production shipping. Now, this impacting several cities and states across the U.S., and we do have team coverage this morning of those impacts. So joining us live from our team at Fox 35 in Orlando is Amanda Ruiz. But first, we're going to send it over to our team at Fox 2 in Detroit. Robin Murdoch has more on the impact there. Robin.
Good morning. Yeah, drivers are definitely digging a lot deeper into their pockets to fill up on gas, and many of them right now, they're having to make some very difficult decisions. They're having to decide between paying their bills and paying for gas. Now, I do want to step out of the way because we are at a pretty busy gas station right now in a suburb of Detroit. We're in Southfield, where the price of gas right now is $3.54 a gallon, and that is if you are paying for cash. It's about 15 cents more if you are paying for credit right now. And the average price for gas in Michigan currently is about $358 a gallon. That is up about 60 cents from last week, and it is not expected to get better anytime soon. Michigan currently ranks about 9th in the nation in terms of the prices at the pump. And the price of crude oil, as you just mentioned, it is reaching record levels since 2022. All of this, of course, connected to the conflict in the Middle East. Take a listen to what drivers here in Michigan are saying.
Kind of crazy, but if it's already paid for, why are they going up on it? That's my thought.
Fortunately, I don't have to drive very often, so it doesn't hurt me as bad as it does my husband, who, travels a half hour each way to work. But having the larger vehicles, it really does add up.
You're noticing the difference already.
Already, yes.
Yeah, just tough on everybody. People got to cut their lawns and all that, and go to work, and so other than that, I'm pretty much fed up with it.
And that's a similar sentiment that we are hearing from drivers, a lot of them fed up with the gas prices. Now, according to AAA here in Michigan, Michigan drivers are seeing the highest gas prices since August of 2024, and analysts do expect that we could hit $4 or even more. We are live here in Southfield this morning. I'm Robin Murdoch. I'll send it right back to you.
All right, Robin, thank you so much there with our team at Fox 2 in Detroit. Turning it now to our team down in Orlando, Florida. Fox 35's Amanda Ruiz also following this story and the prices at the pump in the Sunshine State. Amanda.
Good morning, Corel. Yes, if you feel like your wallet is taking a hit after hitting the gas pump, you are definitely not alone, and you are definitely not imagining things. Here in Florida, the rise of gas prices has went up by 60 cents just this week. I want you to take a look at where we are right now. We're in Lake Mary, Florida currently, and this is a tough pill to swallow. You can see that the regular gas price is sitting at $3.79. Currently, the average price of a gallon of gas in Florida is about $3.63. So here in Lake Mary, we're seeing a very high increase and a very tough pill to swallow for people in this area. The most we've seen since the summer of 2024. And it all adds up to the AAA saying that we could be heading to $4 a gallon by this weekend. The surge comes as oil prices skyrocket, climbing as high as $193 a barrel due to the war in the Middle East. And it's not just drivers who are feeling this. Also, local business owners say the rising fuel costs are already forcing them to raise their own prices.
It's been ridiculous. This is actually the first time I've been filling up my car since the conflict, but I used to pay about $50 a tank. Now it's like $65.
We just had to raise our travel fee. We charge $1.30 per mile. We had to raise to $1.50 per mile just to try to recoup some of the cost of the rising prices in gas.
Now, Florida's gas increase is the 4th largest in the country, but there are some good news. AAA says that this could be all over after this weekend because we're seeing the sharp increase this weekend, and it shouldn't go higher than that. For now, reporting in Lake Mary, Amanda Ruiz, Fox 35 News.
All right, Amanda, thanks so much for joining us here, giving us some perspectives as to how some of those prices are looking there in Florida. You take care. We are continuing, though, to track all of those impacts regarding the war in the Middle East. You just heard from our team in Detroit, also our team in Orlando. And I want to bring us back out to the social media post courtesy of Fox Business that I had showcased to you as we were turning to some of those live reports. So again, Fox Business saying this, that crude oil prices exceed $100 a barrel as war in Iran disrupts production shipping. Want to take us back out live to some of the images that we continue to have over in the Middle East. So back out here over to Beirut in Lebanon as we follow some more of these impacts here having to do with the war. And a lot of those impacts not just affecting oil costs, but also having some effects on the economy as a whole. Now, the Associated Press saying this, that the conflict is driving up energy and fertilizer prices, threatening food shortages in poor countries, destabilizing fragile states such as Pakistan, and complicating options for the inflation fighters at central banks like the Federal Reserve. Causing much of the pain, of course, is the Strait of Hormuz, through which a fifth of the world's oil passes, and it was effectively shut down after the U.S. and Israel launched missile strikes on February 28th that killed that Iranian supreme leader. Now, with a key shipping route cut off, oil prices have surged from less than $70 a barrel on February 27th to that peak of nearly $120 early Monday before settling closer to $90. They've taken gasoline prices with them, and according to the FAA, the average price of U.S. gasoline has shot up $3.48 a gallon from just under $3 a week ago. Prices could be felt even more significantly in Asia, however, and Europe, which are more dependent on Middle Eastern oil and gas than the United States. So a lot to keep up with here in terms of prices. We'll make sure to bring you all of those developments, any new details that we get here at Live Now from Fox.